Find outliers in the following data, and we have already data which is arranged in ascending order, and we have to find if there is any outlier there. So in order to answer this question, so we have to perform a couple of steps. First step would be that finding quartiles. So what we do, what is like say Q1, Q3, and then the next thing would be finding IQR, interquartile range. That is simply like say Q3 minus 1. And then in the next step, we would be finding fences, lower fence, and then fence. And then we would see that if there is any data value, given data outside of this fence. So let's go one by one. So first, in order to find the quartiles, we will first see that what's the middle of this data. So these are 19 values arranged in ascending order. So middle value would be the 10th value, and if you count from one side, it will be 1, 2, 3. So this is your middle value here. So this is your median. So median, which is the same as and then in the first half of data, this one is starting from 52 to 76. So median of this half of data would be our Q. And these are like 9 values. The middle value would be 5th value. So you can count from the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be our Q1. Right? So then we'll just put it here. So that's it. Q1 is 72. That's Q1. Similarly, in the second half of data, so the middle of this second half would be your Q3. And that's again, these are 9 values. So you can see that 5th value which divide 4 on each side. So that would be this 86. This would be Q3, right? So Q3. That is 86. And then interquartile range, that is the difference between Q3 and Q1. So that's 86 minus 72. So that's equal to 14. And then next step, finding fences. So lower fence first. So lower fence would be that Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range or IQR. Q1 is here 72 minus 1.5 times IQR, and IQR is 14. That would become 72 minus 1. That would be equal to 51. And then upper fence. Upper fence would be the third quartile plus 1.5 of IQR. That would be good. So Q3 is 86 here. 86 plus 1.5 times 10. That is 86. 21. That's equal to 7. Once we have these values with lower fence and upper fence, then we can draw a conclusion from here. So any value which is outside of these fences would be outlier. So if you see that on the lower end, so the lower fence is 51. So lower fence would be at the end here. So there's no value below 51. So it means that there is no outlier. However, on the higher end, so our upper fence is 107. So upper fence would be somewhere here, right? So see this somewhere. That means that this value, so this is an outlier. 110 is